Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and we've got this week's pre-orders are live. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and of course some Horus Heresy content, everything from reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, and conversion tutorials. So here we have this week's pre-orders. We got a couple of special sets, the Horus Heresy Committed Loyalist Collection and Horus Heresy Fervent Trader Collection. So you basically have all the new releases with Trader or Loyalist for the book that's included. Then we see the big one for this week. That is the Warhammer Horus Heresy Age of Darkness game for $2.99. Absolutely loaded with models. It does have the new rulebook for Horus Heresy Age of Darkness. All the dice, rulers, templates, everything you need to play the game. And then obviously you would want to add on, whichever faction book, which is more like kind of a compendium type thing. It has all of your different either loyalists or trader factions. Next we have the Deimos pattern Rhino. So this is the Rhino for Horus Heresy. Very, very cool looking model right here. Nice and new in plastic. And then we see the Kratos heavy assault tank. Again, awesome model. Definitely excited about this one, and I will be painting one up at some point in time. And then heavy weapons upgrade set with the missile launchers and heavy bolters. All these prices we went over in the last video in advance. We have the special weapon upgrade set, 60 special weapons, 10 of each of the 6 different choices. And then we see the 2 main books here. So we have the Loyalist book, the Liber Astartes Loyalist Legionaries Astartes Army book. And then we have the Liber Hereticus Trader Legionaries Astartes Armies book. So this is obviously like your Chaos or Trader Legions. And then we see the Mk3 Tactical squad. So you get 20 models in this set. It's basically like 2 10-man squads all put together. $80 for this. They also have the Mark 5 in this set as well. So the again 10 and 10 for a total of 20 of these guys for $80. We have the Carta Galactica Imperium of Mankind map for $29. Again, all these on pre-order. And then they've brought over all of the Primarchs from forgeworld onto Games Workshop's website. So we see Lionel Johnson of the Dark Angels, we see Fulgrim of the Emperor's Children, we see Perturabo of the Iron Warriors, we see Jagatai Khan of the White Scars, Lemon Russ of the Space Wolves, Rogel Dorn of the Imperial Fists, we have Conrad Kurs of the Night Lords, we have Sanguinius of the Blood Angels, Ferrus Manus of the Iron Hands, Angron of the World Eaters, Rabute Guliman of the Ultramarines, Mortarion of the Death Guard, Magnus of the Thousand Sons, Horus the War Master, Primarch of the Sons of Horus Legion, and then we have Lorgar of the Word Bearers, we have Vulcan of the Salamanders, Corvus Corax of the Raven Guard, and Alfarius of the Alpha Legion. So all of the 18 Primarchs, 9 Loyalists, and 9 Trader. And then here are the actual Primarch models brought over from forgeworld and offered on Games Workshop site. And then again, we have all of the dice as well. I'm going to skip through those. You guys know how I feel about the dice. Some of them are cool, others are okay, but $38 is just ridiculous. Here's all the transfer sheets right here. So again, one for every single one of these legions. And then we have the Thonian's Reckoning, hardback and special edition, Horus Heresy Bookmark, Lupercal's War. They brought over a couple of just like regular Warhammer 40k models and put them in here and just put Legion in front of the name. So we have the Legion drop pod, just regular old drop pod. Here's the little bonus stuff that comes if you order directly through Games Workshop. And then they have brought back, obviously for this set, you can now buy the scatter dice, the large blast marker, the barrage marker, and the Hellstorm or Flame template. White Dwarf 477 coming out. And then we've got a bunch of last week's stuff as well. Azek Ahriman, so Ahriman coming back here. And then we see again, they've taken the scouts from 40k and just put Legion in front of their name. So now they're a Legion scout squad. And they don't even fit at all. So that one just kind of blows my mind. The drop pod I could get. And then again, these are all the releases from last week. So overall, if you were to just kind of look at this page and weren't knowing like what to expect or what was going on, I think it was something like 96 new releases this week. So pretty insane. pretty insane. But the majority of those are actually just things that were already for sale, and they're just sort of like featuring them because they have the new box set and they want to put them like conveniently right there for you to buy them or fall victim to your cravings. But when it's all said and done, what is it really? 96 pre-orders. I mean, it's really just the main box set, the 2 tanks, the upgrades frames, and then the 2 books, and then we have the poster, and then like the re-release of a bunch of old stuff. So it's really not all that overwhelming, and all of this was available with the exception of a handful of items. Now when it's all said and done, I will be picking up the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness because it is loaded with models. It is super cool, and obviously want the book inside, want to read it and everything. Not going to be playing any Horus Heresy though, to tell you the truth. I just already play too many games and don't get to play them as much as I want, so I don't want to dilute that anymore. The Rhino is super cool. I think this is definitely a viable option to be running for your Rhinos in 40k, as the kit looks just as cool or cooler than the regular Rhino kit. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't just run this with regular Rhino rules. I imagine it's probably going to end up being around the same size. Looks really, really good too. I really like this kit. And then the Kratos, they already said, is going to have rules in 40k, and obviously that is an absolutely beautiful model. Definitely looking forward to painting that up. I like that they have pictured it here with like that dozer blade or ram or whatever on the front as well. I think I like it better without, but it does look really, really good. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be fun to paint, and it has so many awesome weapon options and everything. So I think that's the thing I'm probably the most excited about. Overall, the big set is super cool, and I'm really happy for all of the Horus Heresy players. Oh, that's funny. So obviously Games Workshop decided they needed the queue system in place. I have went on this actual queue system like 2 or 3 times now, and every time the wait was like less than a minute or like 30 seconds, and then it puts you on the queue, and then it gives you 10 minutes on their website to like check out. So let's be real here. It's very clear if there's a less than 1 minute wait that there's nobody on their website. So, I mean, we're within 20 minutes of when this has basically debuted in the United States. We know it's an extended pre-order period, and there's no like limited items here that are going to like suddenly sell out. I find it like a little bit hilarious. You don't need a queue system for something if you're also going to have a 2-week pre-order period. Because if there's a risk of you selling out right away on the first day within a few hours, what do you have a 2-week pre-order period? So it's like counterproductive or contradictory. They obviously have made a ton of these sets, or they wouldn't be doing a 2-week pre-order period. The main benefit of the pre-order period is that they can get more people to buy directly through them versus through other retailers, because they create more demand through their website. Now, it doesn't always work like that. Some people are still going to order through their regular store or whatever, and then they'll have a better idea how many are going out or whatever. But it's not like all of a sudden they can just adjust their production numbers. These boxes are all made and ready to go. So what happens is, if a ton of orders come in all of a sudden on their website, and then you have ordered 100 for your store, and there's thousands of stores around the world that have done that, they will just send all the stores 60 copies instead of 100 and say, this is all we have. And then they will sell all the ones that have been paid for directly through their site, because the margins, if they sell it directly, is substantially more, because they're selling it basically to a retailer at like $150. The retailer is then charging you $300 for it. So if they are selling it for $150, we know they have a profit margin of roughly 33%. So that means they have $100 in this. So they sell it to you for $100, or retail for $100, and then they make $50. So the retailer pays them $150. So they end up making $50 total dollars, and then the retailer makes $150 if they sell it at full price, and then the customer pays $300. The alternative is they sell it directly to the customer on their website. It still costs them only $100 to make. They still have to ship it either way, and now that $100 with $50 profit for a total of $150 turns into $300, which is, again, $150. They were actually have $100 in the profit. So now they make the extra $150 that the retailer would have made plus their $50. So they actually make 4 times more profit selling directly to the customer. So that's why they want to do these extended pre-order periods. There's no danger of this selling out right away. or they wouldn't offer a 2-week pre-order period if they didn't have enough of them and they were afraid it was going to sell out. So it's very clear what their intention is to get as many people to purchase directly through them, and that's why they give you like your little bonus coins and stuff like that as well, because they want you, they want to incentivize you to purchase directly through them, because they give you those coins and they go from making $50 to making $200. So that is a massive incentive for them to get you to purchase directly through them. Obviously, a lot of third-party retailers offer, a discount or online discount, but they restrict that discount because, again, they don't want people undercutting each other because it devalues, quote-unquote, the value of their product. So if something is always on sale, you're never going to pay full price for it, and that goes against their overall model. So when it's all said and done, the way they're incentivizing people so that they can make $200 profit on each one of these box sets instead of $50 is by giving you this right here. So they're going to give you basically, your objective marker coins here, all these cool metal objective token coin markers. Who wouldn't want these? They're awesome, right? And then, of course, like your cards for actual gameplay. So when it's all said and done, this is what they're trying to incentivize you. They're basically saying, hey, if you buy it from us and pay full price, we'll give you these little gimmicky things instead of ordering from a shop locally or something like that, supporting them, maybe getting 15-20% off, and supporting that shop. So it is what it is. That's obviously marketing. That's how life works. And, it's up to Games Workshop to try to make money. And obviously they are doing that. So, I just think it's important. I think it's funny that they had the queue system set up when clearly, they're not intending on this thing selling out. There's no one waiting in the queue. There's obviously no demand for this product. If there was an issue at all, even if it wasn't going to sell out at all remotely anytime soon, as soon as you go into the queue, there would be like a 20-minute, 30-minute, hour-long wait. You're not going to get in 1 minute. So I think it is kind of laughable. Whatever. Maybe they're trying to protect customers. Maybe they're trying to stop, people from buying up all the sets and then reselling them. But the fact of the matter is, let's be real. They made a ton of Indominus, a ton of Dominion, and we know they made a ton of this Horus Heresy Age of Darkness box set. So there's really no, fear of this selling out. And again, they wouldn't have done a 2-week pre-order period. But I've said the same thing over and over again, so we're going to wrap it up there. That's this week's pre-orders. Let me know what you're picking up down below. Let me know what you think of the queue system and all the new releases. And obviously like to hear from you guys in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, and warcry content, as well as Horus Heresy, reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.